Okay, no pedestrian signal here by default, no leading pedestrian interval, so we're all starting at the same time, the vehicles and I. A lot of road noise, and as you can see, the stripe immediately goes away. So now it's undemarcated between the travel lane and whatever kind of lane I was in before. All right. So normally I would keep moving here, as one does when one is trying to get somewhere, but I'm going to stop and walk you through this situation because we have a good example. This is exactly what I worry about every time that I come down here. So obviously the trajectory I was on, I would run into the back of that parked car. So I obviously can't do that. But the problem is that the traveling vehicles that are to my left here going 35, 40 miles an hour, they don't necessarily notice that. They don't necessarily care. It's not their problem until I take their lane. So if I can't go straight because I would run into the parked car, I have to do something else. I have to either kind of thread the needle between the travel lane and the parked car, and as you can see, that gets quite narrow given the street width today, and you know, the repaving project isn't really going to change that, is it? You know, in theory, maybe there's space for a cyclist between the travel lane and the parking lane. If there was a line there, maybe it would help. It's hard to say. But certainly how it is today, cars kind of slop all over this essentially, 20-foot travel lane as it looks to their perspective. So that threading the needle can get very narrow, and I've had very harrowing experiences with that. The other option is that I move far enough over into that right travel lane to be unequivocally taking it. And the problem there is that I'm trying to merge into 35, 40 mile an hour moving traffic. Often, you know, they're tailgating each other, and you know, they often don't willingly give me an opening. And you know, you might say, well, do they owe me an opening? I mean, don't I have a right to go through here as much as they do? I mean, and so I run into a lot of harrowing situations with that too, because you know, if I'm going full speed here, trying to get through it as quickly as possible so I can get out of danger, I might be going, I don't know, 20 miles an hour. They're going 40. So they have to slow down by 20 miles an hour as soon as I take the lane, and often they end up really riding my rear wheel, which is very, very dangerous, because if I slip up in any way, I would be instantly under their tires. That's really what I'm afraid of here. All right, so that said, because I've been stopped here for a while, I'm just gonna wait for a gap in traffic. I really don't feel comfortable trying to navigate this any other way right now. And as you can see, the parking lane is very underutilized. There's that one car, and other than that, you know, it looks like we're pretty much clear all the way to Regent Street. When I lived in this area, Regent Street was as far as I would go on this street typically. So, you know, that would be it. And sometimes there isn't even that one car. And, you know, then I'm in just free and clear the whole way. Although, this car doesn't look great either. Where this vehicle is stopped at the moment. And, you know, what makes merging in challenging is I kind of have to look a 180, pardon me. It's very hard to turn your neck around 180 degrees. I don't know if you know that. All right. Wow. got like an extra wide parking lane vehicle. It's very hard to turn your neck around 180 degrees while looking where you're going. I mean, that's like literally impossible. Okay, so we have some parked vehicles here. I think I have to take the lane at the moment. And, you know, every time I take the lane and I give up the lane and then I need the lane again, it's another dangerous merging situation. I mean, I hope this really makes it clear how much need there is for improvement on this road. This is the part where, you know, even if we add bike lanes to Midvale, the proposal is to keep this parking and have the bike lane run alongside of it. I gotta say, it'd be a little tight. I think maybe it was going to include shifting one of the curbs a little bit, which would certainly help. Because I don't know what lane I'm in. Am I in the parking lane? Am I in the travel lane? I don't know. Oh, look. Advertising the service. That's great. Have people bring it up on their phones while they're driving. Okay, this is where we end up. We have a signalized crossing. Not the most friendly signalized crossing, but what can you do? So I'm rolling up to Mineral Point. I'm headed southbound on Owen Drive. This is one of the intersections that is considered an alternative to the signal down at Midvale and Mineral Point. It's 2 lanes each way. There's a RFD on the east side of the intersection. On the west side of the intersection, there's just kind of a less visible crosswalk and a little bit of a gap between the yellow lines. Because I'm going southbound, I'm kind of on the wrong side to use the RFD. I'm not sure what we would do here to make it safer. We would add another RRSD on the other side of the intersection or what? I don't know what difference that's going to make. But it seems like my only strategy here is to look for a gap and go for it, which is generally not the best for, you know, pedestrian and cyclist safety. So that's Meadow Lane. There's a multi-unit building, multi-use planned for right there. I'm on the University Ave sidewalk on the north side right now. In front of me there are 3 westbound travel lanes. Then there is a curb and median. And then there's 2 more westbound travel lanes for traffic that's gonna turn left onto Midvale southbound. And then there's another curb and median. And then there's 3 eastbound travel lanes. I think I'm counting those correctly. And then you get to Meadow Lane. So this is the Meadow Lane University Ave intersection as it exists today. You know, one of the so-called options for Midvale would route bike traffic down Meadow Lane, or I guess the assumption is that southbound traffic would somehow get on Meadow Lane. I don't know how that's anticipated to work. For the sake of this video, I was considering, you know, just as an exercise, trying to ride across here. I really don't think I should do that right now. I want to go home safe. This is not somewhere you can cross. I mean, would you have like 3 RRFBs? What are you going to do to make this a place that people can cross? I don't get it.